Hello and welcome to the CRO Podcast with your hosts, myself, Courtney, and this is Will.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the podcast. We're co-founders of the CRO agency and manage the CRO network.
Yes, and today we have the great Sam Wynne to help showcase his software Leadform, a great bit of funnel building software. We've been using it. We've been getting hands-on with it. It's fantastic. Sam Wynne is an extremely strong marketer who has launched and run lead gen and performance agencies alike. So we're very lucky to have him on today.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on there, guys.
Love it. We're very excited to get in with to get it started. We're very excited to get into it with you. Then what we'll be doing is going into the wall of shame and fame as per, and we're going to be diving into possibly one of the largest of all lead gen verticals, and that is telephone systems, or more often referred to as VoIP, and we'll see why. So without further ado, let's crack on. Sam, if you would like to tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and would love to hear a pet peeve of yours.
Yeah, no problem at all. So yeah, my background. So from leaving school, straight into call center, outbound calling, 400-500 dials a day, ringing the crappiest day you can call. So obviously got that kind of experience there, and then moved up to like advisor role, closers, and then eventually became the call center manager of like 100-seat call center, which was doing PPI, which is everyone's favorite product. So from that, obviously, as that came to an end, we moved into data brokerage. So basically where we were purchasing data and supplying it to different companies. 2018, GDPR came in, which basically put an end to that kind of industry. And then we moved into online lead generation, which was like the evolution from data brokering. From there, obviously, predominantly, we were a Facebook agency. We got extremely good at producing high volume of leads for verticals like solar, home improvements. And as kind of time progressed, we moved into obviously native advertising, Google search. And now we do a 360. We do every single sort of platform out there. And then obviously from that, like we became very, very good at marketing. But what we found is actually when we met William, he showed us we had a form which was just two big orange buttons, and we used to generate thousands of leads for it. And he was like, "Have you ever heard of CRO, conversion rate optimization?" And then from there, obviously, we developed our form and we started seeing the conversion rates increasing. And we was like, "Wow, this is a whole different type of market we didn't even know about." And we were spending millions of pounds at the time. And then obviously, the issues that we came into is every time we wanted to build a new form, we'd have to send it over to a developer on a Word document. They'd make changes. We'd go backwards and forwards. And if we wanted to launch a vertical, it's taken us a week to 2 weeks to get a form live. Form will go live, and there'd be issues on the form. Buttons won't work. Back buttons won't work. All these kind of issues. So that's kind of how we got into sort of Leadform, which is basically our own internal software that we kind of built out just so we could launch forms quicker. And as that's kind of progressed, we've turned that into a SaaS. And I think we now have around 15 clients on board that just specialize in lead generation. And it's probably already been about sort of £30 million put through that sort of form since we launched. Obviously, all the issues and bugs that come in, we just keep on kind of improving it. And then separate to Leadform, we also do sort of lead generation consultancy for a lot of top lead gen companies sort of in the UK.
I love a little origin story. That's so cute.
Yeah. I genuinely, I don't think there's anybody, like, off the top of my head, I don't think there's anybody else that can have the claim to fame that they have done every single aspect of lead gen, like all the way
My
from
goodness
dialing the
gracious.
leads, like
Yeah.
dialing the leads, working the leads, doing the call center side, doing the data brokerage side. Like this is like way,
Even
this is like,
running the dialer, so literally from the whole process, which I think helps a little bit. Obviously, when you come to make your adverts, you know what the person at the end of the phone want, the lead generator wants, or the closer.
Well, I do feel like it's on a, and like also you've run all the channels as well. Like genuinely, like it's an incredible, like, I mean, it's like beyond 360, it's like 720, it's like watching some skateboarder up there just like do all the tricks. It's really cool. And I do think it's part of why, like Leadform, we will talk more, like obviously more about it, but it's a really, really cool piece of tech. We've been loving getting our hands
oh my God, it's so
with it.
good.
Just like I will say, like the data in it is amazing. And it's built for performance marketing. I absolutely love it. Yeah. I will mention though, you didn't have a pet peeve.
Yeah,
So you just
so
everything in lead gen is
my
great.
pet peeve is definitely, I think people overcomplicate marketing. So everyone tries to fluff it up, make it sound really complicated, make it sound like this, it's really is hard skill to do. Ultimately, if you really sort of make it simple, all it is what you're trying to do is establish a baseline. And then once you got your baseline, is you're just looking for the anomalies, and then obviously just like a skyscraper. Someone explained it to me when I first started in lead gen. It's just a skyscraper. So you want to take something that's working and just make it a little bit better, and make it a little bit better, and make it a little bit better, and that's how you basically get good at lead gen.
Yeah,
I really like that, making it like simple. I feel like half of my what's that LinkedIn feed is like
World
memes from like
skills,
different
yeah.
marketers being like all of my jobs, and it's like all the things, and you're just like, all right, I think you need to maybe reel it in a little bit. That's
So,
sick. But yeah.
yeah. No, I think there's real wisdom in keep it simple, stupid, because
Yeah.
it's one of the principles we have when we do design as well. That simple things you can do quickly and iterate and learn, and you can really build that skyscraper. Like that's, it's so much. But whereas I often see people trying to optimize to like every different metric in the funnel, it's like, guys, just really boil it down. Give yourself
Pick a
one task
lane.
and
Pick
smash
a
CPL
it.
and quality,
lane.
they're the two. That's what you're
Yeah,
looking for.
exactly, exactly. I love it. And I will say, as a final thing before we get onto the actual more of the story behind Leadform and like more about Leadform itself. Um, I love that you've decided to fix the issues as you go. So like building Leadform now, it's like, right, so now we've solved this issue. We're now building it for other people. And I think tech built for marketers by marketers nearly always more successful. Like that's like you really
100%.
know what's going to how to be used.
Because one of the big things you see when you're scrolling through Instagram and you see ads, you'll see people that have got some amazing ads, and you think that their ads are 10 times better than what we can produce. You click through and you look at the form, and you're like, that's never going to convert. So
No,
they've done all the hard work, and then the easy bit, which is like the form, they're falling down on that part. So they must be pulling their hair out, because they've got these ads that are killer ads, and then they're going into the form, and it's just like, wow,
yeah.
you're definitely not going to make this work.
I mean, I completely agreed. I think another really good example of this well, not to mention another product on this called, but is Ad Manage, where again, product built by marketers for marketers, also being like, being seen. We use it as well. Really good results from that one as well. Like again, I think marketers really do know what we need, and
Yeah.
nowadays you can build it. So yeah,
Yeah, ad manage
sorry,
is
Sam.
great. It's like
Yeah,
they just took a massive pain point, which is obviously uploading ads. We use it ourselves, and you can literally just launch hundreds of ads
yeah.
quickly. Whereas usually you just sit
Yeah.
there, one of the enhancements would come on, you'd be like, why is this ad not working? It'd be because text enhancements is on, whatever it is. So yeah, ad managers, yeah, it's a great tool. We use it
Mhm.
ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Leadform's fantastic though. To bring it back to
Yeah,
that, we've been using it quite a bit, and it's just so much. It's just a pleasure to use. I'm going to be honest with you. It's so nice because I mean, in comparison to sort of other some of our clients where we have a dev who works and who does it, and then you have to give them the design and you have to do it. I can just do it all myself, and it's
so
just the
much
best thing
faster.
ever. It's done in like a second. It's like, oh, I've got to do a test. It's like bam, bing bang boom, done.
Yeah, I think there's a big shout out to the dev team as well. So the developers we got that are working on the
Oh,
software, they're
amazing.
amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Got very lucky there.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah.
So
Um,
diligent, and they ship so quickly. I can't believe the speed in which they ship. It's like unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it.
100%.
absolutely love it. But yeah, so do you have any of the story behind Leadform and like why you've created it and where you want to, what you're trying to solve with it, I guess?
Yeah, so Leadform was just basically initially it was just created for ourselves. So the reason we created it was because the time it was taking to obviously get a form up. So we initially built it for ourselves. Obviously, as we're pumping all this money through it, we're tweaking it, improving it. And then obviously, as we moved away, we still have a few lead generation campaigns we do ourselves, but we do a lot of consultancy now. So we probably consult on about £2-3 million of ad spend a month for lead gen agencies for other companies. And it was such an easy fix. So you go into a company and they're spending all this money, and say their CPL is at £20. You look at it, the lead's converting at say a 5% conversion rate on form. You switch the form over to Leadform, it goes up to 10%, and all of a sudden you're a hero because the CPL drops.
Mm,
They're getting more volume, the leads are going up, and that's where we came up with the idea of, okay, well, if we put this across multiple agencies, they can take advantage of the same thing. And then that's how we turn it into a SaaS. And yeah, we've got about, I think it's 50 active clients on at the moment that are using it, all lead gen focused. I guess it's a little bit more indie to sort of like your more commercial lead software out there, because we do spend a lot of time with the clients. We give them a bit of advice, we help them set it up, and like we help them with their ad account, so we can give them a bit more sort of leeway to make sure it actually works for them. And once they're going, yeah, everybody loves it. So
I think that's really important because it's sort of, and we talk about this all the time, Will, is like, it's all part of kind of like an ecosystem, isn't it? Like, it's everything sort of fits in together and there needs to be context to that. So having something that is as fantastic and easy to use as like Leadform is great, but then being able to combine that then with kind of the knowledge behind the ads and how it all works together and how it actually fits into that entire funnel is so valuable, like so incredible for people to have. And then it just gives, more value to the entire thing, the entire setup.
100%. There's a lot of great markets out there. I think they're just missing. There's like just something that they're missing. It's like a little thing, and you just tell them like, fix that little thing. They do it, and they're like, "Wow, that's the bit that's been missing." And
Yeah.
that's what we try and do. We try and just we'll have a look at the ad account. Let's have a look at the ad account for them. Give them a little bit of advice. And it's usually just one little thing that we do, and it changes it for. And then obviously adding in lead form.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just they're too involved. Like, you don't see the forest for the trees, and just having someone to come out and kind of look at everything from a very different perspective and from that outside view, it makes it so much easier to spot things, because sometimes things are so glaringly obvious when it's been
Oh,
pointed
no.
out, but you've been like staring and you're like, I don't, I don't see it, you know?
It's
I
like a
mean,
jigsaw. When you look at it for too long, you can't find the right piece to put in there. Someone comes
Yeah,
along and gets that piece and drops it in, and then
I know, and you kind of hate them in that moment, but actually,
yeah,
it's like you're like, no, I needed that.
100%.
it really is. Yeah. I think it's really worth, like, we do a lot of it when we're auditing landing pages, and occasionally we see them, we're like, this is quite a good page. Like, why has this not worked? And then we'll go to the ads and be like, yeah, that's why it's not worked. And again, you have to like be cognizant of the whole ecosystem. Like, we're
Yeah.
we're generally big proponents of like, use the skyscraper method. Ad Manager is great for just getting creative out there and test and learn, and like learning aggressively. Leadform. I mean, we're going to talk more about some of the features, but it's got a killer feature that allows really wide creative testing, which, spoiler, is dynamic headlines, and I will never
Oh,
shut up
the best
about.
ever. Yeah.
Thanks,
So
This is the hill that we will die on.
yeah.
we
Bread and
will,
butter.
we will. It's so good. And yeah, it just allows you to get far, far better results. Like, I see so many people, like really, really good marketers, using like Jotform or like Typeform, or I mean, high level if you're lucky, or like a custom WordPress built, or like and again, that's like, they can only go so far. Like, they are not built for paid marketing in the same way. And like, these forms, like, really, they do before they convert so well. Like, that 10% is not even, it's not like a hyperbole. Like, we've seen
Yeah.
very, people who've done very, struggled and now doing very, very well on Leadform, which is awesome to see.
Yeah. I mean, like Typeform and all of that, that's really just it that kind of a software is just built to gather information.
Yeah.
It's not built to convert.
No,
Yeah.
And there's a huge, huge difference.
Exactly.
Leadform converts, like it just is,
Yeah,
it's
it's
built for that,
optimized.
and it does that, and it's optimized for that. And the way that it's set up, so you have the different elements and you add and you remove, but it's all set up in a way that is based on, basically, I mean, you could probably talk more about this, Sam, than I can, but like based on tests, designs, and like things that you've actually seen convert in the past, and then using that information, using that data to actually then build it.
yeah. 100%. It's the same.
Awesome.
It's the same thing as the market. It's like just skyscraping on the software. We're making it better every week from all the. We can see what's going on in the account, see what's working, what's not working, and how we can improve it. So yeah, the dev team are constantly putting out new improvements, and we've got some really exciting ones on the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, let's get into it. Best features of Leadform and any fun planned ones.
So I think the most exciting one for me is the
Yeah.
NCP that's coming out. So obviously, probably every marketer out there now is using Claude. They're using Higgsfield. They're pretty. So for example, where we used to spend all the time looking into an account, we come in the morning, have a scheduled task. It tells us what's happened the day before. It's running the rules. It's turning ads on. It's replacing the ads on its own with Higgsfield. It's doing all that kind of stuff. And obviously, the missing piece for us now is obviously just connecting into Leadform into that process as well, and then seeing which ads are working, making dedicated landing pages off the back of certain ads and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, the NCP connecting into Claude I think that's going to be the massive game changer for us, which is going to be huge.
That will be massive. And I
Mhm.
think it really speaks to the fact that you still do, still spend millions of pounds on marketing every year. So like you're very abreast of like what marketers actually need, which again, a big part of why we're getting these cool features. I mean,
Mhm.
for the, yeah, I mean, for the MCP, will we be getting to the point where we can vibe code your funnels within your ecosystem, or how do you see it panning out?
What did you say? Bifold?
Vibe code, like
A
will
vibe,
we be
yeah,
able to
vibe code,
prompt?
100%, 100%.
Yeah,
Vibe code. You'd be able to drop in
Oh,
sort of like designs and all sorts of stuff and create the
yeah,
funnel that you want. But I think the main thing is like all the analytics in the back as well. It's gonna be reading that constant analytics and analyzing that and giving you like, well, this is the reason why. So we had a massive issue on one of our forms. We were working in Switzerland and our forms wasn't converting, and we couldn't work out why the form wasn't converting, and it was because our form did not allow the omelets in the name, and obviously, that way you
oh,
have a zero with two little omelets on top.
oh
yeah,
yeah.
It wasn't letting anyone through because it's classing it as a special character, and like so something like that, lead form would just pick up straight away and be like, "Right, you've got an issue here. This is why. Fix it." Bam, and that's like,
That's so smart. That's actually
yeah,
like a really good use of AI because I'm so sick. I'm kind I mean, AI is everywhere. Oh, we can't escape it. I have to lean into it. But I find there's a lot of, especially like well, I mean, obviously like software companies that are just adding AI things that are completely useless just to have
yeah,
AI and just to be like, hey, we've got AI, and you're like, I don't need that though. But this is
yeah,
actually something that makes complete sense and is actually like a really intelligent way of doing it because
yeah,
that'll be like lead generation, like on steroids,
yeah, yeah.
basically.
So that was
Like
one of them
having
where
all of
we
that.
were just burnt out. We burnt out. We can't work out why this foot. The ads are great. Like we can see it, and it was because everyone was dropping off on the name section. We couldn't work out why, and it was the omelets
mm,
were coming as special
Yeah.
characters. So yeah,
yeah. I will say, I think that's actually one of my favorite features of Leadform. The drop-off data is really, really good as well. So even if
Yeah.
AI didn't pick up on it, the drop-off data we have within that
At
is
least you know the
so,
spot you're supposed to be looking at. Like,
yeah,
yeah, you can
um,
identify
you
where.
know? Yeah. That's so oh, I wish we had that on all of our forms. Yeah.
we
It
would be
the
so much more successful elsewhere. It would be
Oh
so great.
gosh, it would be amazing because when you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah,
And then it's a shot in the dark, and there's really just no point in even theorizing
mm,
in some sections because you're like, well, I have no idea. Whereas
yeah,
with lead form, you can 100% say, okay, this is the issue, and this is where I'm gonna like,
I
oh,
think I
it's the
think the big
best.
ones are desperate. You get desperate because you're like, oh, my form's not converting, CPL is high, we're losing
mm,
money. You become desperate. So rather than like one rule that we have is that you make one change, let it run, and then check. But because you get desperate, you're making constant changes, and you made that
yeah,
many
Yeah,
changes, you can't remember where you originally were, and then and then it's like you have to take it all the way
yeah.
back to
yeah,
and go again.
And that's
all
where you
about,
start breaking things as well because you're just making too much change and you're not letting it like sit and actually figure out if that's going to be the change, and it gets messy then for sure.
yeah. Um, I will say some other really cool features and like at least honorable mentions, if not my favorite features. Yeah, as mentioned earlier, I think it's incredibly cool that you have dynamic headlines built in. So if you put in UTM head into your UTMs and then whack in whatever, literally just type in whatever you want, that now will be the headline on your form. And like that, I cannot stress you, particularly when you combine it with these tools that allows to launch ads really quickly. And you're using the skyscraper method, and you're keeping it simple by starting off with a very clear baseline from other people and just like iterating it and being smart about it. It's so powerful, and it facilitates. Again, it feels like you can build a very simple tech stack nowadays, which feels literally at least 5 years ahead of like most standard brands that's just doing what they were doing a couple of years ago.
100%.
Yeah,
I think the big one on that is like back in the day, what we used to do is we used to manually get Photoshop, and we used to make like roadside maps and put Manchester. We put a solar panel on top of
yeah,
it, and we do that for every single county. We'd load them ads in, and then we'd bid cap them up to generate, and we generate loads of leads on them. But we had to manually do that, and we have to have a manual page for every single county. Whereas now you can just type into Higgsfield, make me county adverts, and it makes county ads, and it changes the dynamic headline on the ad, so it's a concurrent journey all the way through, and the conversion rate is just crazy on it. Like that's probably one of our biggest CRO test
Yeah.
wins that we've seen.
Again, it's
It's
the kind of
why
thing
isn't
you
it wild to think about doing it all manually now? It just doesn't even
Yeah,
seem
I
real.
was laughing with my friend
yeah.
the other day. We spent a whole weekend making ads for each little area, and you can do it in 10 minutes
Fine.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
crazy.
funny, and it's still
Yeah.
worth multiple hours worth of value. It's multiple
Yeah.
hours. It's worth the original
It's
manual
worth
labor
doing.
still.
Yeah.
And I
And I
think
think
another fun. Oh yeah.
I think one of the last big features we're doing as well is like lead distribution as well. So like, so you're going to be able to run your campaign, and then you're going to be able to send your lead directly into your client, which is going to allow the feedback loop back in for them to give the buyer feedback. So what you're
Oh,
going to see is
nice.
basically going to see that 360 loop of
Yeah.
like
That,
ad, go into the client feed it back, super simple, back into the system. Obviously, as you're getting all that buyer feedback in with your NCP connected to it, it's just going to be like, right, this ad's
oh,
actually producing really cheap leads, but the quality is really rubbish. This ad's producing really good leads, but your quality, and then you can
That's
sort of mix
amazing.
your channels
This is
around.
everything. Yeah.
it's gonna be so that is absolutely awesome. And again, it's like those
So
really like
incredibly valuable.
smart those things which again right now you need a full system to do without, and like you have to really invest, and it's time, you need the expertise. Like out the box be awesome. Again, I
Especially
would
because, like, the automation in that because, like, in our experience or, generally the experience is also trying to get that information out of the client again
yeah,
Oh.
is such a
that's
pain.
a yeah.
You
And
only you
and
only get
and
the
varying
information when
levels
it's all
of
gone wrong.
success. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's only when it's
When
an
they're unhappy, they'll
emergency.
send you the information, but when everything's going well, they
Yeah,
don't send you, and that's
yeah,
where the
Yeah.
issue.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Final thing, I'm sorry, but I think that's another really, really cool feature that I have to shout out. And hey, I will say also you got all the standard out the box one, like all the phone validation, like, all the like things you need to sell a lead. Like this is designed for people who want to generate either a good lead or like sell a good lead. But if you're selling them, one of the coolest things you can do is cross selling. Particularly like there's just a lot of free money if you put a little cross sell box on your thank you page for people to cross sell into other verticals. I know like there are issues with it, like the lead quality is not so good. That there are reasons why you want to be careful with this. However, if you do it well, it's just free money. Like it's just they're free leads. You get a few £1,000s from it every month if you run it at good volume.
One
Like
of
it's the kind of thing that supports like a bit of Google or a bit of high quality, or like it's just a really, really just and I love that it's just out the box. It's great.
Yeah, so
You know
one of our clients cleared 12K on it last month.
Oh, wow.
what? So
Yeah, on thank you page lead
That's not
very
bad.
good.
last year.
Oh, I love it. Absolutely
Yeah.
love. Really, it's been such a fun. We've been like using it while it's in beta, but I believe it's being released for like a full release. It's officially coming out of beta, and we can actually get other people onto it. Is that right, Sam?
Yeah, so there's one last part that we want to do is we just put in, so we want to be able to filter via postcode. So you can present different thank you pages based on the postcode. So like one
Oh,
of our
amazing.
clients has an offer
Oh.
based in Scotland, which is only valid for Scottish customers. So the guys are building something. So when you put your postcode in, it'll present you
Mm,
with different options in that postcode because the client may not have full coverage of all the different products. So once that's completed, then that will be rolled out. So you'll be able to present a thank you page based on their
yeah,
postcode and the offers.
Wow, I love
Available in the postcode.
that.
and
That's
if you have to,
so good.
yeah, and if you have the lead distribution logic built in as well, you'll be able to actually see the right client and like, oh, you've been improved contact rates already on your thank you page. Oh, this is actually pretty big. Oh, it's really cool. I love it.
Our eyes just
Again,
turned into little love hearts.
it's just terrible. It's just oh, there again. I will say there's lots of other cool tech out there, and like I'm sure have more of them on here as well. But like genuinely, I'm so excited for the full release of Leadform. Like it's clearly, yeah. I mean, from our experience, it's been a pleasure to use. And yeah, it's been awesome, man. Yeah,
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. I mean, just like setting up an A/B test is an absolute dream. Like it could not be simpler. It's the best thing ever. It's done really quickly, and also the data that you get, like you get real time data. You can see the conversion rate. You can see the difference. You can see the significance. It even shows you when it's significant. Like all of the things that you want, they're just handed to you, and it's so much more pleasant than having to pull CSVs and manually go through them, which I just do a lot of. And I much prefer just going into Leadform, being able to see it straight away. That little green percentage, love that green.
so good, so good.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's amazing.
um, I think the final section, and I'm really keen to hear your opinion on this one. And we have talked about this extensively, so I'm sure we'll jump in with some preconceived notions. But
Welcome to my prejudice.
so obviously, yeah, AI is massively on that. We've already talked about some of the features coming, how it's been integrated into this one. There's Yeah, but I think AI is coming. It's coming in a big way. How do you feel like Leadform is well situated with that? Do you think it's going to be a good boon for Leadform or against it? And do you think that, yeah, like how do you? Why? I guess it's increasingly with AI boils down to why not just let AI build it? And why use Leadform in the era of AI? I
100%.
appreciate those are multiple questions in there, but
Yeah. So AI. So obviously, I think with AI, I think AI is great, but it all depends on what you input into it. So you can, it's what you type into it is what matters. So just to give you an example of like how we use AI in the marketing side of things is literally we just have scheduled tasks every morning, and it takes us about 20-30 minutes to go through these Claude scheduled tasks. So for Taboola, it'll cut and replace publishers. It changes out the graphics, looks at the landing page, does A/B test, all that kind of stuff. Like, so we use Claude and we probably spend about 20-30 minutes on marketing a day. That's it. So the idea with Leadform is to basically plug that in and have that same thing. And I do think like the era of like logging into Leadform, going into Leadform, dragging and dropping, I think that will just become redundant. I think you will just be doing everything through like Claude or through a terminal. I don't think you will be going into the actual platform and dragging and dropping and stuff like that. It's even like when we use Xero for our accounting, we don't even log into Xero anymore. Everything's done within the NCP and in the thingy. So I think all technology is going to go that way. I really do. I
yeah,
think you're going to use it with your agents, and it's going to be very rare that you go in there and actually log in and try and do
yeah.
things.
No,
Yeah.
definitely. I think
The
it's
future's
becoming like
kind of scary though.
It's very scary, but it's also good. But yeah, I think it could take
Yeah.
a lot of jobs. I think that's the scary part.
Yeah, I think definitely. I think companies and people are like adapting to that, and then being able to kind of transform in a way that works together with AI. Because I think that, yeah, I think it's so important what you put into AI, prompting and all of that. Like that's one of the things that we do talk about. Like
mm,
AI is basically, if you're putting in a bad prompt, AI is useless. So being able to be able to understand it, to use it, to actually make sure it functions well, I think is like a big
mm,
challenge for a lot of people, a lot of companies, especially if we're looking at like, let's say, sort of the back end portion of the working force who aren't really that sort of
yeah,
fluent in AI.
Yeah,
Um
100%. So we
yeah,
have like a brain. So we built a brain. So we've loaded everything that we know and everything's in this brain. And every day as it goes through that sort of schedule and it sees, it adds it to the brain. So before it can actually do anything, it's always going into the brain. So it's developing, and that's what we found keeps it in line. Because if you just leave AI on its own, it just keeps on repeating itself and going in a loop.
mm,
I love that. I think that's really important. I think it's something we talked about here as well, where the proprietary data you can give AI is really where we're going to see that different. Obviously, like experts using, like I think AI should be thought of as a tool, and like obviously experts using the tool, you're going to get better results from. Um, but I think what's going to make that tool like just exponentially better is this proprietary AI. That we have seen it with some funnel builders already using, tens, probably best part of £1 billion of marketing spent through all of them, and just like taking the data and learning some more of that and whacking it into your AI. I mean, that is crazy. And if you can use live marketing data as well alongside that, again, we for instance, we put all the stuff from our podcast straight into our straight into Claude, and we're trying to train our own CRO
there you
AI
go.
because like it's really bad generically. Like it's just not good.
um
We did a whole video on this. It's just like it's not where it needs to be. But if you can proprietary data it's just getting better and better.
I
And like
think
it,
having a really clear idea of what you want is hugely beneficial. Like you need to, because that's how you're best able to sort of describe it. If you have something that's too vague, AI is not going to be able to sort of like fill in the gaps. It'll just
mm,
make up. It just makes up weird stuff sometimes as well, which
Yeah,
is quite funny.
100%. Yeah, I think what AI, it just gives you your time back. I think that's like the main thing for us. It just gives us all our time back. So rather than spending our weekends like that, we're building our area adverts with signposts, which we used to do back in the day.
Mhm.
You can do it in 10 minutes and it runs itself. I think
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the key.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
actually we did a full episode on like the key behaviors of top performance marketers, and like the one that came out like way at the top was like making time to be creative. Just like
Yeah.
use AI
100%.
to save you time so that you can apply your human brain and your yada yada to actually like find the high value stuff and like do the high value stuff. So yeah, I think it's awesome, man. And I really like the vision where like the drag and drop is just a thing of the past, which I totally agree.
That's so interesting. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
never
hang on.
thought about it like that, but yeah, so true. So
Yeah.
true.
Like it's like
Um,
we don't log into Meta anymore or any of the platforms. We don't log into like all these platforms we don't log into. We just manage it all through the fingers. So I do think that Leadform will go in, the idea that'll go the same way, and I think you're just gonna end up
yeah,
with like a where you just type in and it does it all for you.
stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think again, because
Gosh.
it's plugged into the ecosystem, particularly like Leadform, my big issue, well, a common issue I see with people that we help is that they build a standalone thing, but they can't really integrate it into everything. Whereas Leadform is robust, it comes with all the integrations with the ecosystem. So again, if you're vibe coding within something that then plugs into everything and like is happy on the external side, again, you're so much further. You can just do so much more, and it actually allows you to ship quickly because you're only letting the AI do like a smaller part than like all than the much more complicated make it a real thing task, which
Mm.
was yeah, yeah. Sick.
I love that. Yeah. That's I was
Really?
like, food for thought. You can see like the cogs of my
Yeah,
brain working right now.
absolutely love it.
Yeah. But I think in order for people to also do that, there's going to be a lot of um like I think there's a lot of control in how people set their businesses up. There's a
Eh,
lot of like owning the page and owning the funnel and owning everything and not actually trusting kind of like external software like that sort of a
mm,
thing. So I'd be interested to see. Could imagine quite a few companies not actually wanting to do that because they want to maintain that sense of control, however rightly or wrongly that is.
yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see. But I mean, at the end of the day, the data speaks for itself. If you're able to do this, you're able to do it fast. You're able to get more effective results. Um, to not do that would just be fiscally irresponsible. Really, it'd be a bad business decision.
100%. Like I think you could grow a lead generation company now to like millions of turnover to one person. I
Yep.
believe.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
that's a lot. That's a heavy is the crown.
We'll
It's
have
a
a
lot.
crack at it and let you know, okay? If you
Yeah,
do, but
Honestly,
hand it over for a day.
honestly think you can do it. I think we're at that
no,
point
it's
now.
terrible. We keep helping other people launch these new verticals, and I'm just like, God, why don't we do this? Wait, we've
Yeah.
clearly got this down pat. Why are we enabling? This is awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
um,
amazing. I
love
love
it.
that. That was really, really interesting.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Sam.
Yeah.
Genuinely fascinating. And yeah, guys, check out leadform.io. It genuinely is awesome. And I'm sure we can help
We'll
you
put
guys
the
get set
link
up.
in the
Yeah.
blurb.
Yeah, we've got a new website launching very short. So at the moment it's just the old Lander, but there's a new website launching.
Mm,
And then yeah, it's coming out of beta.
I
awesome.
love this. Yeah, watch this
Cool.
space. So now we get to be sassy. Now
It's our
it's
favorite section.
Hall of Shame and Fame. VoIP.
VoIP.
Yeah.
So first off, yeah, it's called VoIP, which is Voice over Internet Protocol, because telephone systems are basically not a thing anymore. And they're all just like internet replications of it, and it's all called VoIP now. So all business telephone systems, you can, okay, I believe you can still get landlines if you really want, but nowadays they're all just done digitally. And this vertical, I think it's fair to say it's the largest lead gen vertical in the world. At least historically, when I used to run these things, it was the largest one, at the world's largest lead gen. And yeah, but by far the most profitable, it had by far the most client. Like this is an incredibly competitive market where like the Google CPCs, like you're £5-10, like easy. So a lot of the battle is fought in Meta and other areas. But yeah, for today, we're going to look through the cross section. Well, we're going to do actually two market leaders, and then we're going to look at more of a a pure lead gen form and kind of compare and contrast. Yeah. All right.
Let's
Yes.
go.
8x8. We're going to start off with, just so everyone's aware, this is from their Google traffic. So this is like their single most important traffic that they, again, £5 or £10 per click. So do they make good use of this traffic? I've just opened the page. This is what we see.
No.
Oh my goodness.
You're so welcome on this podcast, mate. I love that. That is the correct response. Look at this piece of trash.
Tell us what you really feel. I mean, Sam, please lead the way. Why? Let us give us some
Break it
insight.
down.
Well, I'd say the form's on the left, which just doesn't feel right to me.
So wrong.
It's so long as well.
Yeah, I imagine if you look at this on a mobile, it doesn't fit right on a mobile. I don't know what it looks like.
I'm going to refresh it and do it. Well, we'll do it on mobile as well in a second. Yeah, definitely mobiles can be an issue.
Yeah, straight away you're asking for personal information rather than like sort of easing them into it. Yeah, and there's no real offer there, is there? I don't know what the ad was before, but there's no offer. It's just like, yeah, that's.
This is like the marketing speak that you kind of get, that you just have words for the sake of words instead of actually saying something and actually communicating something. Which I always say, it's like a website built for the company, not built for the client or the user or the customer. Like,
this is a mission landing page. Like, it's been done by a committee, I assume. If it's done by an individual, guys, please, like that's not really okay.
They wanted to make a horse, but they've made a camel.
It's even the contact number in the top right. It's so small.
It's just embarrassing. We're gonna. I mean, again, like, I'll be honest, this is not a small screen, guys. That was also horrific, that ad. But this doesn't fit into one. This doesn't fit into one either. We will look at it on mobile next because it will be the most relevant part. I like that.
At least it's short.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a positive. It is short. Like, we don't have 14 sections with a whole story.
Yeah.
That's at least something.
Oh
dear.
You don't want to start. Paragraph because your future. Also, this headline. I'm sorry. I mean, obviously that's bad.
Yeah, but that headline, just get rid of it.
There's no time above the fold. There's no clear call to action above the fold. This is definitely a wall of shame entry. I think it's impossible to justify otherwise. Yeah, and for context, they buy. Globally, a few million pounds of leads a month, easily.
This is probably the reason they buy the leads in rather than.
No, this right here is why they buy the leads. I mean, we're going to look at the next, again, one of the other largest lead buyers. Are you guys ready for the next one?
I mean, I'm a little bit scared now, but let's just dive in.
I mean,
can't get any worse, surely.
It is not worse, in my opinion. Yeah,
it's definitely better. It's an improvement.
I mean, view demo is an odd CTA.
Yeah, we're gonna enjoy clicking on that and finding out what that does. I mean, it's definitely to the point. It mentioned, small business.
There's no faff language. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll get on board with that. We have a person using it, which makes it personal.
Is she using it, or is she eating breakfast?
Yeah,
it's just
true.
so easy. You can do it while having breakfast. She's
accessing Instagram on her desktop.
This is insane, by the way. Sorry, like what this reads like legal text, but it's not. This is marketing text about you mentioned.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Expensive waste of real estate. That should be trust elements minimum. Something about the socials. About social proof. This, I'm sorry, I'm actually a bit of this is Google, so a bit of education is not bad, but this is too high intent to be like VoIP, because I Googled VoIP. Like, this was not a telephone system one, this was for VoIP. Like, I knew what VoIP was going into this. So why are you telling me what this is? Like, this is not the pain point to be addressing here. I can see the thought, but that's incorrect. I mean, this should be the benefits of RingCentral. Like, this is not why are you.
It's more like a privacy policy, isn't it?
Yeah,
God, it really
fully.
does. God, I think I
Yeah.
recognize. Yeah, I'm surprised they're not 3.1, 3.2.
Yeah, yeah.
God, and it just keeps trying to sell us VoIP when we have already sold VoIP. We're trying to sell
Yeah.
us RingCentral VoIP. This is not okay. Now, I mean, no offense, I'm not clicking on that video. Obviously, like, who am I? Like, please. There's another paragraph. We're gonna look at this on mobile as well.
This is so
Optimize
long as
small
well.
business.
Again, we have like a whole novella that we have to get through. Gee, no one's reading. No
I
one.
mean, I'm sure sales believe they're getting the single most, what's it called? Like educated, high quality lead
Yeah,
in
any
Yeah.
lead that
existence.
goes through that funnel is going to be banging.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be incredible. You've wasted like 3 leads getting it, but like
Yeah,
that
it's
Yeah.
going to be
lead
amazing.
is gonna, or
Because
just be like, I
they're
have no
committed
idea
to the
why
funnels.
you
Yeah.
like.
I
Imagine if
mean, look
someone
at
comes
how
out.
long that is. That's meters.
We recently tested removing the article for sort of content below the fold on a more clicky form, and it won by almost 50%. So just FYI, maybe just
Yeah.
remove that
Huge
50%
win.
uplift. Happy
Yeah.
days. And then get your sales team to just send them AI warm up to like educate them instead, or do education through a funnel, which is something we see a lot in Voy, Hims, the like big D2C products. It's a much
Yeah.
better way to educate people as you go. You can provide a lot of content and knowledge that way as well. The static form here is, yeah, I mean, I don't think this hero is helping. It should be below, and that should be
Yeah.
visible.
Yeah. But even
Yeah,
so, it should be a multi-step form. It shouldn't be a static form.
yeah,
And you're
it's
just
not.
asking straight up for everything. This is far
Yeah,
too. This is I love you on the first date. This is like I
yeah.
will you marry me on the first date.
If,
Like this
if
is
you split them out, probably
like
again you're looking at least 30% just by adding. You've probably got 50% just by adding a multi-step form here.
yeah,
Like this, and
easily.
cut up this. I mean,
And some trust. Like where is
yeah,
the trust? There's literally none that I've
yeah.
seen so far.
And like there are a
Um
lot of competition in the telephone space. I would be very
yeah.
keen. You do want to stand out in some way, like award winning. Like
Yeah.
you know that like in the nicest possible. I originally found 4 competitors to look at, and I cut these down to just 2 because we didn't have the time, and that none of them are trying to differentiate. They're just sending out of the box services. It seems like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, try. I don't think this is good enough. I mean, look at this. I mean, Christ alive!
It's gonna
Like
be on their mobile. I just sat there reading like just in what world is that ever happening?
it's just not
Like,
okay.
have you ever met another person in your life? Like, honestly.
And
Oh,
the demo CTA is also gone, which is probably for the
yeah,
best.
probably.
Um,
Well, view demo is weird,
I,
I
d-
think. Like, what am
yeah,
I don't know what to imagine. Like, what am I doing? I don't
mm,
understand what it's supposed to be telling me. Like, am I viewing
yeah,
a video? Am I talking to someone? It's like, what am I doing?
yeah.
Yeah,
Shall we review the final landing page for
let's
our
do it.
pleasure? Oh yeah. So to be fair, so first off, we will mention that this one, actually, this also comes from Google. In fact, we'll show you maybe two versions of this one if we're feeling fancy. But I don't know if
Footloose
you
and
guys.
fancy free.
So the independent is getting big into lead gen. Admittedly,
Oh,
what we mean by that is the independent is I'm gonna put this in a nice way, is sharing its brand trust with another company called ExpertMarket, owned by MBF Global, to hawk the lead gen vertical. So currently they're doing lots of partnership ads and partnership funnels, which is really cool. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I love this for the independent. They needed to I actually briefly worked there, and like this is a really good way to monetize their content and their brand. So I love that they're finding new ways to do it. So I'm sure it's a win-win, but fascinating, right? What do people think?
oh.
yeah, it's a lot better, innit? You got
So
you
I
got the
mean,
trust factor at the top straight away, haven't you?
brilliant. The
And
independent
it's
now,
like
like that's
fast,
And
trusted,
it's
right?
huge. Like you're not
Yeah,
missing that. That's
yeah.
like that is slapping you in the face, to be fair.
You got
Look at that. Trust immediately, get prices from comparison angle, generally always a winner. How it works, give people closure, they know what's happening, like, okay, this is it. That's easy. That makes it easy to commit. Multi-step form, fantastic, warming people up, like,
isn't it good?
yeah,
Admittedly, I
just
don't love this
clicking.
question set when I've been through it a few times, but yeah, it could be better. But we're gonna hopefully go through a little loader. It's gonna tell us, yeah,
Look at that.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, this is like pretty test. I
So
mean,
the
it's
only
pretty
thing you'd
standard
do
form
there
from here on.
is you'd API into like company's house or something. So it pre-fills the
Yeah,
company.
oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
This
Yeah,
is the last
I,
page of questions. Is an odd.
that's a that's an intro. I wonder if that's been tested. I mean,
But this
I'm
is
keen to test.
again, this is not the first time that we're seeing they're not actually asking for the number. They're just like last step,
Interesting.
last
Yeah,
question, last thing, and then just you've got to put the number in, which is it seems
they
this
kind
kind
of
of minimalist way of doing it instead of trying to make it soft and like, oh, we're just gonna, just in case we need to reach
they
out
don't
or
try
just
to
whatever.
justify it.
Yeah,
They just
it's
like
just
almost ignore it.
yeah.
You know, like,
I
okay,
want to test that.
yeah, as do I. But yeah, I do think it's very important. Like this is a form designed to convert, like, and has
Hmm.
been optimized within an inch of its life to do so. It's been, has got a big brand partnership as well to help do so. And these leads, I mean, generally these leads will be sold for probably average value of 90 quid each. After it depends on the value. Like, so most of them will be 1 to 4s, which either won't be sold or be sold for pennies. 5 to 9 plus, 5 to like 50 will probably be sold for average value of like 100, 50 plus 150. So they're really high quality and high cost leads, which is why they're so, it's designed to optimize not for whatever this is. These
Yeah.
guys RingCentral buy the leads from MBF as well.
This
As
is designed even for.
as the like, I think this is designed for like MBF's business right now. Like this
Yeah,
is
yeah. This is
It's
keeping
crazy
MBF
how
in business.
if they just change that form out, they could probably reduce their marketing bill with external companies and get the leads a lot cheaper. It's like one
yeah.
quick fix would save them
100%.
hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Yeah. Plus
Yeah.
all the additional questions you could add to actually, so I bet they'd probably get, they could probably retain most of their lead quality just through we see a lot of longer question sets now do really, really well. So again,
Yeah.
I'd be super keen for that to be taking place here.
Yeah.
Plus, a branded lead over like a comparison lead is always going to win on quality as well.
Always.
Yeah.
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 Like it will, and that it is fair to say that you can't compare the apples and oranges. But you could definitely apply the comparison knowledge to the branded funnel and get best of both worlds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely. Well,
Well, that was
unfortunately,
fun. It was terrible. I mean, it was terrible at the end. Goodness gracious. What kind of forms are the people doing? But
you
no, it's
know
fun.
what they
That was
need?
great.
They should use
Hey
Leadform.
guys.
That's the one.
We're not even going to hawk our services. Like, honestly, just use Leadform.
Well,
Like,
we can
genuinely.
use Leadform for them, so it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, get the best of
We'll-
both worlds.
Yeah, we'll set it up for you. We'll just run it. We'll do the marketing as well. You'll print money and like,
Yeah.
You just crop that bit and send it to them as a pitch.
Yeah.
Don't. You think we don't cut these out and send them to everyone? No one wants to help. Apparently, they really stand by their choices. They really do.
But potentially it could be because we say words like terrible and trash when we do actually review them. So I don't know.
It might be us.
You're helping yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we started off keeping it real nice about these pages, and you know what? Our patience is worn thin.
Yeah, nice. Nice doesn't cut it. Yeah. No, but I mean, Sam, thank you so much for coming. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've had so much fun, and there's a lot of really, really fantastic information and everything that you've given us. So
Yeah, no, thank you for having me.
It's great.
Stunning.
Perfect.
Thank you so much, you guys. Comment the void as always.
Yes,
if you
comment the
get this
void.
far, no one ever has.
No one ever
So,
has.
They keep
so
saying
we're just
they
waiting
will,
for that
Comment the void.
but they don't. Yeah,
Yeah,
comment the void.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, okay. So, Will, you take over.
We used to do a daily webinar together, and sometimes people would come, sometimes not, but we would have to do it every time because it was recorded, and we'd send the recording to all the prospects basically every day. So we got used to what we called speaking to the void, and we would reference the void as the audience during these webinars. So now we have a real affinity for just talking to the mirror and talking to the void. And if you comment the void, we will do a free audit. We'll even audit your ads for you. And just like if it just shows that someone's
Give you
actually
the first
watched the whole video.
3 high impact test
Definitely
ideas.
worth doing as well, though.
Yeah.
So,
We will be brutal, as you can see.
yeah.
A free
Yeah.
audit.
We will not hold back.
We are horrible in these audits.
The truth
But yeah.
hurts sometimes, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
The
But
truth will
it's like
set-
you were saying, it's that one little thing that people don't see.
Yeah, 100%.
And as
Yeah.
soon as you point it out, everyone's thankful, but you also, in that moment, you think, like, how did I not see that? And
Yeah.
that's sort of part of it, you know?
Yeah. And I
Always.
have tested static forms. Like I've done this test. We actually did it again this year just to see what would happen. And I mean, like we had to pause it
It
after
lost
1 day
horrifically.
because it
Yeah.
lost so much money. Like we couldn't justify it. We felt very bad about testing it
Yeah.
again. So yeah, please don't use that as your primary type of funnel. Stop it. Better than
Yeah.
that.
Be better.
Be better. Like us.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's enough waffle.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Perfect. Well, it's been
love
great
it.
to join you.
I mean,
Yeah. Thank you so
see you
much.
guys.
Okay, guys. All the best. Bye.